All right, you guys. So once you get into your app, okay, it's gonna bring you to the code screen. You want to click on design. We have to design the screen first. So we need to design each screen first before we do coding, okay? Because designing the screen first, it it's where it shows basically you see how you want it, right? How you want it to look. So that's why you design it first, because you design it how you want it to look before you code, okay? So first screen, screen one, we named it screen one. All right. So we don't have to worry about the background because we're not using the background on this screen. Okay. So I sent you guys all the images. Once you take the images and add it to your desktop, you're going to click on, say, choose, and you're going to click on upload file. So once you click on upload files, if you put it in a folder, I suggest you put the images that I gave you, put it in a folder and put TrackIt app images, right? So you can have all your images in a folder. So you're going to click on all these images, right? You're going to click on all these images and add them. I'm not sure if you can click all of them and add them together, or you have to do them individually. Okay, it really doesn't matter. So once you get all the images uploaded in there, you're going to choose the main screen image, which is Track It. Okay, so once you do that, you click on it, hit open. I'm not going to do that because I've done it already. All right, so so all the images is going to upload in here. You're going to choose this image. Okay, you choose that image. So the image gonna get imported into the screen. So once you choose it, now we need to create this start button. So to create the start button, you're gonna add the button. You're gonna drag it over. Now you need to size it. We're gonna resize this button. Okay, you resize it to whatever size you want. We're gonna go ahead and change the color to that button. You go and change whatever color. So let's see, I'm gonna do this color, right? So the text in there, you're gonna scroll up. The text to say start, START. The text is start. Now you can change the text color, but you can change the color, whatever color you want it. You can keep it white. Now you can change the font as well, whatever font you want. This is your app, whatever looks good to you. But I end up keeping it this way. And I want to say that the font size was 37. Okay, so the font size was 37. All right. And once you do that, this button will move up and down, and you put it in the area where you want the button to lay. So you put the button here if this is where you want it to put it. There you go. All right. So that's the first screen. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. All right. So the next screen, you're going to click on new screen. So every time you create a screen, you need to create a screen, you're going to create a new screen. You select new screen. The next screen is going to be the level screen. You make sure that the IDs say level screen. You can change. Now, the thing is, we're not adding no image for the background here. We're going to use the plain image. So you can choose whatever color you want. This is the color that I had chose, light blue. You can choose white, whatever color you want. It doesn't matter. All right. So once you change the ID to level screen, well, you need to, change the ID to level screen. That's what you need to name it. Okay. That's this screen called level screen. Now, to add the text, you go to label. You're going to drag this label over here, right? This is your text box. And you need to size it, open it up, right? And you're going to type in the text, which is choose. So I'm going to take the cap out, check. Let's see. Choose your level. right? You want to change the color, the text color. I'm gonna do purple. You can change the text color, and I think you can choose whatever size you want or whatever, 25. So if you see where it's not going straight, that means you need to open up the box, right? You open up it, right? And you move it up there, okay? I'm going to delete that. You're going to do the same thing for this one. This one is label 2. So this one is label 1. This here is label 2. You type in this information here. It say pick the activity level that works best for you. So you're going to make sure you type that in this box here. Pick the activity level that works best for you. All right. So you're going to make sure that you open this box up and it fit right under choose your level. And like I say, you can change the size, the color, whatever you want. Okay. Make sure that it's centered. Make sure the text alignment is centered. My text font for this here for label 2 is 17. The font that I chose is Tahoma. So it's up to you. It doesn't matter. This is your app. Next, we're going to add the button. So you add your button. I already showed you on the first screen how to do your button. You're going to type it beginner, okay? So you add the button, you type it beginner, and you change the color whatever you want. It don't have to be the same color I have it. You can choose whatever color you want. Well, basically, yeah, because it goes with the shoes. So you choose green, so it goes with the shoes. And then to add the image, you're going to drag this over, right? You drag that over. You're going to go here where it say properties. Choose your image, which is the green shoe. Okay. So it may come out the same size as mine. If it does not, you just need to size it to whatever size you need it so it can fit in the screen. Okay. Because you do not want it to get cut off into the app. Okay. You're going to do the same thing for intermediate. So for intermediate, you add the button, type in the text intermediate, change it to orange or what have you, or red, whatever color you chose, and you add the image. So now I'm going to drag this image out of here. So I'm deleting the image. I don't need it. You're going to do the same thing for advanced. Okay. All right. So next we move on. Create a new screen. We're going to go into beginner's activity. So once you create the new screen, you're going to name it the ID, beginner's activity screen. You choose whatever color background you want. Okay. It's basically up to you. We're not going to add no image here. We're not going to do that. So here, this is label. This is considered label 3 because we have label 1 and 2 on screen 2. So you bring this over for level, for label, not level, for label. You bring this over and you're gonna type in beginners activities. I chose green. You can choose whatever color you want, and you can choose your font, your font size, and the font style you want. Okay. So make sure that it say text alignment center. Now this is the part here. So see this here? This is called text and input. You're going to drag that over there because it's going to be a box. This is a box. Okay. You're going to size it to the size that you need it. All right. So whatever size that you need it. So you're going to size this up to whatever you need it. Right. So you're going to change the color. I'm just going to choose the color. Change the color. So what you're going to do is once you get this to the size that you actually need it, right? The size, whatever you want it, you're going to duplicate this 3 times. All right. And now you're going to line them up. Okay. You're going to line them up. So once you get it lined up perfectly how you want it, so now we need to add the checkbox. This is the checkbox. You add the checkbox. Take this first checkbox. You're going to size it. Take this checkbox, size it to the size that you want it, that you need, right? So, and you can move it around. Try to get it into the center as possible. Once you get this, get the checkbox to the size that you want it. You're going to duplicate that 3 times. All right. You're going to take and move them into the center on each button or tab, right? Make sure it's lined up, it's lined up, right? You make sure that it's lined up. All right. All right. So got it lined up. All right. So you have your button. Next, we're going to add the image. So you're going to add your image here. You choose your image. The first one is the beginner, which is it doesn't matter whatever you choose. It doesn't matter which one you want to do first. We can do jumping jacks. So we choose jumping jacks. All right. So now we need to size this up because it's too big for the box, because we want to make sure it fit in the box. So we're going to size her up. She doing jumping jacks. So this is for jumping jacks, right? So next we're going to add the label. You add the label. It's going to say 10 jumping jacks. All right. So we're going to move this. We need to move it. Make sure we have it in the center. You're going to change the color, whatever color you want. Doesn't matter. I'm going to change it to black. Let me see. That was the border. No. Text color to black. All right, text color to black. And you change the font size. So the left, you can keep the text alignment to left. The font size, you just go ahead and upsize it so you can see it, right? So 10 jumping jacks, right? Okay, so once you get the color and the size that you want for this text, you're going to duplicate this. All right, duplicate it. We need to move it, right? You're going to change. Make sure you on it. Change your text to walking or 10 minutes. I don't know what I have. I'm gonna have to send that to you guys too. Or you can just look at my screen, look at my design. Or y'all choose whatever you want. But say if it's walking, if you want them walking for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or 30 minutes. So to make sure you get the text to be in a straight line, you just have to open the box up, right? The text box. You need to open the text box up. You're gonna, like I say, you duplicate, you just change the text to whatever. But you want to make sure that the image can fit right there. So I think with this one here, I'm gonna have to size it down and move it here. So put it right there. You're gonna add your image and choose your image for walking. Okay. Walking. You choose your image for walking and you're going to size it. Okay. And you're going to keep doing that so on. The same step for the button. You're going to add your button. You want to size it. So, because now we have to add 2 buttons. You're going to size it, change the color you want, and you're going to change the text in the button to say submit week. It should be submit for the week, but submit week and back to levels. Okay. So I'm going to delete all this stuff because I no longer need it. But these are the steps that you take. It's easy when it comes down to designing. I'm telling y'all that it's easy, but I know it's not easy for everybody. Let's see, jumping jacks. Okay. No. Okay. I need to get this one here. Let's see, delete it from that way. I can delete that too. All right, so I need to fix and make sure. Um, to delete that. All right. I want to make sure I have everything together in order. So the text alignment is to the right. All right. So here you want to make sure your text alignment is to the right. All right. So everything is straight. All right. Let's move on. You can add the intermediate screen, but it's just blank. We're not gonna worry about it, but just make sure you have intermediate screen. And then we have the advanced screen that is just blank right now. We're not doing nothing with that. So we're gonna move on to the keep going screen. All right, so the keep going screen, you're gonna do the same thing. We don't worry about the background because we add in the image. You choose your image. Okay, the same method for the button. You drag, add your button, change the text, return to activities button. Now y'all can also make sure y'all have linked to my app. You can go in and copy and paste the text that I have for the ID and the text that I have for each buttons or labels or what have you, right? You can, copy and paste that, but you can't copy and paste the code. Like I say, you choose whatever color you want. So once you do that, you move on, you open new screen and you're gonna name it award screen. Okay. So once you name it the award screen, you choose the image, you add the button. You have to add the button. So you're gonna add the button and name it and then have it go. Then I put back to level. So once they finish, they're going back to the levels. If they want to go back and do the activity for the beginners or the advanced or intermediate, whatever they want to move on to, right? So once you do all of that, okay, so once you finish designing everything, all right, so you finish designing everything, then you're going to go to the coding. Okay, I'm going to do a separate video for that because this is going to be, the coding is long. All right. So this is how you design your screen because we have to design it first because you design it to see how you want it to look first before you add the code. So if y'all do have any questions, just please reach out to me. I'll put my phone number in the email. Okay.